Hi, I'm Trish Mackie-Smith, CEO of inndox. I'm standing here today in front of Seville Residences, a development in Coorparoo by Signature Property Partners. And I'm very proud to say that we've been invited to submit for an award under the UDIA Awards 2020.
Hi, I'm Joe Licastro, so I'm a property developer and builder, prominently in Coorparoo sort of area in Brisbane. Worked at Hutchies for about 10 years, site manager, project manager. Decided to sort of go out my own in the last year and a half. Recently completed Seville Residences. Yeah, so it's been in the family for many generations. Basically, started from when both my grandparents came from sort of Italy on both sides and started building Coorparoo, Carina, Annerley sort of area. Then Dad was in it, and now sort of I'm third generation. There's a development further up on Cavendish Road called Coorparoo Green, which was an over 50s retirement sort of village. We found that development sold out very quickly, and they were fast tracking DAs to get next stages so people could buy them. And we found that there was an owner-occupier market which wasn't getting catered for in this area. So what we did was basically did a 7-lot subdivision from 2 lots. So we acquired the first house in the corner and then negotiate on this one off market, and every single buyer is an owner occupier here and sort of downsizes from Carindale, Gumdale, so within 4 kilometres of this site here they used to live basically. So when I worked at Hutchies, did some pretty large scale format projects, from sort of a 250 hotel rooms to like a Bunnings warehouse. And towards the end of the job, like you literally had files, documents, and they'll be in binding folders, and there'll probably be 10 to 15 of them in one of those sort of jobs. And it's not something that I wanted to do here for each owner. And so when Andrew reached out to us and showed us a cloud-based sort of software, that was something that we jumped straight on board with. We run our whole business on cloud-based, like online Word document and Excel stuff where we all share. It sort of fitted in well with sort of our business. Having 7 different owners, we only had to upload documents basically once, or if there was something different in that unit, all we had to do was delete it and swap it over. You guys were easy to reach out to whenever we needed anything. The owners found it very convenient having it all sort of in one place for them, instead of left sort of in the top drawer or something like some of the other projects. Yeah, some of them never seen anything like it before. Typically, maybe if you bought a unit or something, it might be in the top drawer, or you sometimes got like a handover package or like the kitchen stuff. But we uploaded everything in there, sort of transparent, like building drawings, BA drawings, certificate of classifications, plumbing approval. So there's just no community title here. We found it was best on our sort of project that the owner sort of had everything available, from electrical drawings, plumbing, lift drawings, where we got the timber floor from. For them, we found it was very important. Yeah, so one of the owners had a different hot water system, so we swapped those documents out and installed the new correct document into that one, and it was very easy. It was all done online, and we just notified the owner of the new documents. Yeah, it's very important to us, and we work closely with building certification consultants, which are local in Coorparoo. We regularly get their alerts with all the QBCC updates and stuff, and we find inndox is good, where we can upload all our sort of cladding that we use on the project too, and it's all there for the owners. Because typically in a complex like this, a body corporate would probably request the owners to have like a cladding review or something if something came out by QBCC, and these owners won't have like a body corporate to police that, so at least they can log on to inndox and see all that sort of stuff. Probably the maintenance and warranty stuff where you could set alerts. A couple of alerts have already gone off and the owners sort of have touched base with me, what they need to do and stuff. That's probably the best part, because typically sometimes people buy a unit and they think it's maintenance free, where it's not typically maintenance free. They still need to do stuff even though it's a new place. Otherwise other hassles can occur. So I think that's a great sort of tool. The Dakin air conditioner needs the filters cleaned. It's their warranty thing, says 3 monthly, so we just set those sort of alerts up and it comes up, and the owners touch base with me and I just said, look, it's in winter, you probably haven't used it that much, you probably can wait till summer, but that's just what Dakin recommends. So you can touch base with the air conditioner contractor who installed it and he can provide further information, but alerts like that are great. Like typically maybe some people don't even check their air conditioning filters. It was probably the whole cloud-based software. We didn't have heaps of paper basically getting used on the project in big folders, and what worked really well is we sell this project during COVID-19 and sort of everything was there for the people online, and there wasn't sort of any sort of face-to-face interactions with handing big folders over or anything, and they could have it. And a lot of the people here sort of 60 plus, so a lot of them were in lockdown, even though it wasn't lockdown, just protecting themselves. So it's been good that way, and we can just touch base via the phone and direct them in sort of the right spot. It's pretty easy, the inndox, there's all these subheadings, you can just click on what you need and it sort of comes up with all the menus the way I set it up of the say appliances, and you'll have like Smeg oven in there. They can just click on that and it directs them straight to that. Yeah, we're going to continue using inndox, part of our brand, and building our brand in the future. If we gave a paper document or someone and something didn't go right with that owner or something, at least the inndox also gave us a trace. We knew exactly they opened it, they've seen the document. It was good for us to set reminders in for the owners. Like I said before, there's no community title here, so the actual owners need to be mindful of their own roof, their own sort of plumbing and stuff, and reminders on the air conditioning and stuff too. So it's sort of like an after service that we can provide with inndox to the owners, and it's also like a legal thing that protects us also.
I started out with an electrical engineering degree. That took me very quickly via the military into IT in the very early days of IT. I've been lucky enough to stick fairly closely to the IT industry, mainly via project management these days. Early days as a programmer. The project management of IT has given me an opportunity along the way to do some construction project management as well. Second racetrack in Hong Kong, out at Sha Tin in the New Territories. I was lucky enough to be offered an opportunity to be project manager there. That was fantastic. Yeah. I did some IT projects as well for the Royal Hong Kong Jockey Club. Well, I was looking to move from the Sunshine Coast and wanted to come to Brisbane. And I'd previously lived in Coorparoo in the mid-80s. I lived for a period, I think, of 3 years in Brisbane. And that was in Coorparoo, further south from here. So I was quite familiar, so you stick to where you're familiar. I came across the development online. I took note, of course, as to who was doing the development, which is more important than who's marketing it. Did my due diligence there, so, had a look at what they'd done before, what their family group had done before, looked at their work, their track record, and I was more than happy with that. So we proceeded to having a look at what was being done. It was still off the plan. Things had commenced in terms of demolition and that sort of thing. So we relied very heavily on their planning expertise and demonstrated that. And we were more than happy to proceed, and we're absolutely delighted with the outcome. Signature have been very, very cooperative in liaising with me and ensuring that we've got technology, Google Home and the like, to make sure that we're up with the latest and capitalising on technology where we can. So I'm very impressed with that. All aspects of the development impress me. The outdoors, the ceiling heights, the large windows, the aspect in general, the north-facing proposition is very attractive. Well, despite my background, I really hadn't been exposed to that type of product. I've seen documentation handed on to users before in various forms, but I'd never seen it collectively gathered and handed over as a package. My insights into that are very favourable. I like the product. I've used the product after I was given it by Signature. I keep an eye on it, but I like the fact that it's there and it's collated. It's a one-stop shop for me. Typically, it's it's paper, isn't it? It's hard copy. If not hard copy, it was perhaps the odd spreadsheet. But we all know you have to relearn Excel every time you pull a spreadsheet out. I don't find that pleasant. But I guess by default I automated as much as I could in the past, just for my own efficiency, I guess. But I've never been, as I say, handed a comprehensive collation of documentation like this before. I've been here, I guess, a month now. We moved in about a month, and a couple of reminders have come through. One from memory was the guttering maintenance, or the checking of the guttering from a leaf point of view, and an air conditioning prompt as well. Oh, very much so. Yeah, absolutely. One would be silly not to react to reminders like that. Yes, I find that prospect very attractive. I think that would be good for everybody. I think would impress prospective buyers, would add to the professionalism of the transaction. To have everything there in one spot rather than giving various people tasks, as you said before, solicitors, etc., to go and find or seek this information. They're in one spot. It has the same advantages as I experience now with inndox.